All right, hi everybody. I think I figured out a good solution for a common use for jazz school students, specifically vocalists who want to be able to sing along with a track over Zoom. A lot of us have been doing it kind of the simple way, which is just to play from a speaker in the room, Bluetooth speaker or something like that, track coming off your phone, going to the speaker, then the speaker points at your mic, and then you sing along with it. And that works pretty well, but if you want to try something else that's a little bit more elaborate, I think I figured it out. I'm gonna show you what I found out. So let me share my screen here. So first of all, it's based on this program called Loopback, which is a paid program. I think it's $100 or so. So it's not super cheap, but you know, if this is something you're interested in, check out Loopback. There are other programs like Black Hole and some different things. I haven't been able to get them to work as well. You might have better luck if you want to tinker around. But Loopback is what I'm going to get into today. So show you what Loopback looks like. This screen. So I created what's called a virtual device, and I called it Vocalist with Track, and it's meant to be the type of setup that might be typical for a singer. This is actually maybe a little bit more elaborate than necessary, but you can see what I have here in the Sources tab is Garageband, which is going to be the main thing that we end up using. And then H6, which is my audio interface, which is what I'm talking into right now. So you can see those meters moving. Basically my microphone. And I have a few other things here like music, Apple Music if I want to play a track, Sibelius if I want to play a music file. And then all of that is feeding into these channels 1 and 2 output channels. And those are going back to the H6. Just that's where my headphones are coming out of so that I can hear. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to open up GarageBand. And let's see here. All right, so let me share that. Important point though, once I open up GarageBand, well, before I do anything, let me show you GarageBand. Okay, so here's GarageBand. When you have GarageBand open, I'm going to open the preferences of GarageBand. I'm not sure if this is showing on the screen or not, but I have preferences, and I select the audio tab, and for the input, I'm selecting my the mic, basically my audio interface, which is the H6, and then for the output, it's going to this virtual device, which is called Vocalist with Track. So I have those selected there. So once I have those selected, I actually want to go back to Loopback. Let me show you that. And I'm going to turn off this H6. And the reason for that is because I had the audio monitoring out of GarageBand, so if I kept the H6 turned on here, you end up hearing like a double track effect, and which is not what you want. It's just kind of echoey. So now I'm only going to hear myself once, which is just actually monitoring through GarageBand. So to go back to GarageBand now. Let's see here. Okay, now you should see the whole GarageBand window. So now I've loaded a backing track. I've loaded this backing track. It's just a Jamie Aebersold track, and you can see the meter moving for the audio. This is my voice is going into this audio 1, and you see down here the input. That's H6 going into input 1. I have monitoring turned on. That's important so you can hear yourself. And then there's some plugins so you can, if you want to add some reverb for monitoring, stuff like that. It's cool. And so I'm just going to show you what it does now. Keep in mind, I'm not a trained singer, but it's just for demonstration purposes. So I'm going to sing along with the track, but another cool feature is that while I'm singing along, and that this is going to be transmitted over Zoom into your class or whatever the case may be, I can also record what I'm singing, so you can listen back to that. So that's what I'm going to do.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so that's that. I could listen back to it if I wanted to. Yeah, latency is cool. So to go back to Zoom, I can't actually display these Zoom settings on the window, but because of the way Zoom works. But this is to go back to the basics. You want to have your original sound turned on, all that kind of stuff, high fidelity music mode. The microphone that you actually select is going to be that virtual device, which is called Vocalist with Track in my case, but whatever you call it, if you have Loopback and you set that up. So this is definitely cool. You know, it's a little bit more involved than just playing a speaker in the room, but it does get good results. So if you're interested, check it out. All right.